All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Wepless Outdoors. We're gonna do a little 2020 bear season recap, kind of our thoughts and stuff like that. If you haven't figured out, this is my dad, Lee.
Hi.
He's in all of my videos for the most part. We kind of do everything together, so. But we didn't get anything this year. Again, we didn't get anything last year either, but it was. It's definitely a learning experience for us. It's only our second year doing it, so it's not easy. So we baited for, was it 2 months before season?
Yeah, I think we started July 6th this year.
And twice a week we baited. We had a lot of stuff early, but it seemed like once the season came around, everything kind of got nocturnal and came in at night. We did have that one smaller bear come in a couple of different times, but we're kind of waiting on something bigger. So, and then the last 2 weekends, we ran with another group of ours, friends of ours up there that had dogs, and that was kind of different too. We never done that, and it was kind of cool. But with all that being said, we didn't get nothing. Are you disappointed at all?
No, I'm not really disappointed. It's not like we didn't have our opportunities. We saw a bear. We just decided that, we kind of had a bear in mind or a size in mind that we wanted to take. And the weekend before, where Marcus wasn't able to make it up due to work, we treat a 150-pound bear, we thought we could do better, so we just held out for it. So, I learned a lot. I think we both learned a lot. Not only did we learn a lot as far as the baiting goes, and Mike, with our group of dogs there, taught us a lot about size and judging size, and guy's been doing it forever, knows more about it than I'll probably ever know. So. They were nice enough to run their dogs for us and give it a good shot. And, we tried hard.
The other thing that was, we sat in blinds this year too. So, and last year, I'm not sure if with the blinds being set up, we tore them down when we weren't there because we ran into issues last year with the bears knocking them over and
busting them up.
Yeah, and breaking the poles and stuff in the blinds. So we're not sure if that had anything to do with the fact that we didn't see some of the bigger bears during the daylight. If they, as they were coming in, before we saw them, got spooked a little bit or were a little unsure, so they waited till after dark to come in. But
one thing you got to know too is a lot of the times, and this is something I've been told, so I don't really know it for a fact, but that last weekend that we hunted in the blind, a bear that we call, the other group that we hunted with, they call them legs. Pretty good sized bear, up in that 350-pound range, I suppose. He knew we were there that night. He circled downwind of us. He waited for us, and we literally had to cross paths within 100 yards of each other when we were walking out of the woods onto the trail to the truck, and he come into the bait no more than 10 minutes after we left. So they're a lot smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. I've been told that they'll come in downwind a lot of the time, and they'll know you're there, and they kind of assess the threat situation as to whether or not they want to come to that bait or not come to the bait. So that's one thing that we've learned is you're not going to fool their nose. I mean, some of the other things that we found too is we tried to short bait a little bit to try to get them to come from nocturnal into the day. We had a few nice bears that were coming just after dark, so we're just trying to get them to move a little bit. We weren't very successful in that. We had a bait that was pretty consistent during the day for about a week or week and a half. Of course, we sat it and maybe didn't have the best wind when we sat it, but we didn't see anything. And go over and hit the other bait because we got something coming in the daytime over there. And so it was like I was telling Marcus last weekend, it's kind of like having Brett Favre and Peyton Manning on your fantasy football team and trying to determine which one to start. You got pictures over here, so you want to go over there, and then you go there and you don't see anything, so then you got pictures coming in on the day the other way. So
yeah, we never really guessed right.
Yeah, we were off on every one of them. I don't know that we necessarily guessed wrong, so to speak, because on the nights that we sat, I think the one night we had that bear come in at the farm that would have maybe been a shooter that in that 225 range or so, but
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we learned a lot, and we'll continue to learn more. I don't think that because we don't have tags that we're not going to stay involved here. Maybe maybe your wife will have a tag next year, or Sadie, his sister, my daughter, might have a tag next year or the year after. So, I don't think that we're just going to sit on our laurels for the next 5, 6, 7 years until we get another tag to learn more.
Yeah, drawing of tags in Wisconsin is kind of difficult. In the zone that we hunted, they only gave 2,500 tags gave out this year, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7 year, 8 year wait. I saw on the DNR site for the bear draws that some guys had 15 years of points and stuff, and so they don't just give them away. I know that if you go over to Minnesota, I'm pretty sure you can just buy them over the counter over there for the most part. But
yeah, for a lot of the zones you can, and that's the case here. Up in our area, it's a complete draw. We go 35 miles to the west, and you're across the border. We can buy one over the counter. I think the differences there are, one, Minnesota, you can't run dogs, so success rates are probably down a little bit, and so that probably has a little bit to do with it. But it just seems a little odd that you have to wait 6, 7, 8 years or more for another tag when Wisconsin is said to have the highest black bear population in the lower 48 states. The black bear is the whitetail of the 80s here in Wisconsin now.
yeah, so it's not easy. I mean, it seems like bears hiding behind every tree up there, but it's why they call them hunting and not killing. Because I mean, we worked all the time we had anyway was basically just the weekends, but we hunted it as much as possible, and just didn't have any success. Had everything come in that we wanted to shoot. So
yeah, like I said, I don't know that I'd call it, even though we didn't harvest the bear, I wouldn't call it not being a success. Like, we weren't successful in what we were trying to do.
yeah.
We did have opportunities to take a bear this year. We had opportunities last year to take a bear. So it's not that we couldn't have harvested a bear. It's that we just decided that we were looking for something a little bit different, and we passed on them. Are
you disappointed at all that we passed on that bear?
I'm not really disappointed at it at all. The 150 pounder, even though it's a smaller bear that we treated a couple weekends ago, that was a beautiful bear. Had a really nice muzzle on it. It was a real nice bear. Talking with Mike when we were out there, he guessed it at between 150, possibly 200, but he thought we could do better, and that's their their deal. They don't like to to shoot the smaller bears, and that fits right in line with my attitude. I would just rather harvest a decent sized bear, more mature bear, than than 125, 150 pounds.
Yeah, they don't go out and tree all these bears and shoot everything that they see, which is nice. So, I mean, if they don't think that they should shoot, or they think they can do better, they'll let the bear go. So, which, in my opinion, everybody should do. But I mean, a lot of guys tree bears and just shoot whatever they get in the tree, they shoot. So,
Yeah, what do they say? The average size bear shot in Wisconsin is 125 pounds.
125 pounds, yeah.
So, yeah, Sunday when we were running, we did, our dogs did mix in with another group back in the woods, and so we ended up having to retrieve a dog. But they treat an 80 pounder. You know, again, those guys let that bear go as well, and it takes that, I guess, to get some more mature bears, let some of the smaller ones go. Does that mean that everybody has to do that? Absolutely not. If it's something that you're going to be happy with, by all means, go for it. I would have been happy with the 150-pound bear, but I was looking for something a little bit different, and all the work and the dedication that we've both had to put in since July. I don't think I've slept in my own bed on a weekend since July. So this weekend, I'm definitely going to wake up in my own bed on the weekend, and instead of being up at 4:15 every morning, maybe I can sleep till 5:30. Who knows?
Yeah. So, well, that kind of sums up our season, I guess. Like I said, we didn't kill anything, but we did learn, and it was fun. I mean, getting in the woods and being with the wildlife and stuff, and I mean, you learn stuff. We learned stuff about deer hunting and different spots, chasing dogs through the woods and baiting, and
hell, we found that really nice grouse spot too. That if we wouldn't have had to go chase some dogs out of the woods, we would have never known that little honey hole was there.
Yeah, yep. Found a lot of grouse areas and stuff like that. And the time that we weren't sitting in the blind bear hunting, we were out grouse hunting. So I don't know. It's fun. It's hard. It's tough. I mean,
okay, so you didn't get your heart rate up a couple of times, though. I mean,
yeah, yep. So
that cool experience with the bear right in front of our blind, that was neat.
Yeah.
I haven't been that close to a bear.
Yeah,
I've been close, but not that close.
4 or 5 feet from us.
So, and again, that was a smaller bear, 125, maybe 150 at best, but it was it's all about the experiences, and if we would have shot the first thing that we saw, we wouldn't have had all the experiences that we got over the next 5-6 weeks. So yeah, we enjoyed it. Definitely want to do it again. I didn't know that that it was in my blood, but I guess it's deep in there now.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have tags again in a couple more years, us anyway. Like I said, my wife might have one next year, maybe the year after. So, but I think I might try and run with those guys next year, get some more footage and stuff like that. So, even though we don't have a tag, we might still have some bear hunting 2021 content. So,
yeah, give some guys a little help and learn a little bit more. Like I said, this guy that we hunted with has been doing this for a long, long time, and hell, he was out in Idaho chasing bears earlier this year, and the guy. There's a lot to be learned by what they do.
Yep. So.
And it's a lot of fun and exciting. You hear them dogs start chopping hard like that, it gets your heart going.
Yeah. It's definitely different. So. But yeah. So I guess that sums up our 2020 season, bear season in Wisconsin. So we got some duck hunting coming down the line and deer hunting too. So maybe we'll get back out in the boat and do some fishing. So. Thanks for sticking around, guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We appreciate it. It helps us out. And like the videos. That lets YouTube know that the videos are good and stuff like that, so they'll share them with other people, and we'll keep on going. So until the next one, we'll see you guys later.